Hi everyone, welcome back to another Jules Unedited. Today I'm going to do another look from the NATASHA DENONA Bloom palette. Oh, upside down. I just want to try something else because I did a different look the other day and I've just been really inspired by this palette and I want to do another look. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start out with my Merit Great Skin Primer. And I just want to add a little bit of hydration. I'm also using all fragrance-free products today because I am a little sick, but I feel good enough to film. I was not wanting to just like sit in bed all day, so I'm like, you know what, let me just try and film. So yeah, turns out whatever my husband had was contagious. And that's not his fault, he didn't know. But I'm just building back up my immunities, I guess. Since the brain surgery, I've been in like a bubble, and I've been afraid to expose myself to like the outer world because I'm afraid of getting sick. Hang on, let me get my sponge. It fell on the ground. So yeah, because of the asthma, it just is a little worse sometimes. So I went to my doctor yesterday. I got a B12 shot because I usually get B12 shots anyway. My body does not absorb B12 through pill form or any other form except for a B12 shot. I'm doing a little bit of research trying to figure out why because we don't know. So for now, I'm just getting those shots. And when I went, she just gave me some steroids because if I get irritated in my lungs, it can not be a good situation. So I am taking steroids and some antibiotics. So hopefully kicks everything out. But anyway, enough about that. That is why I'm using fragrance-free products. For hair care today, I did all fragrance-free. I am doing this setup again. We're going to just keep testing it out and see how it goes, but it's not definite that I'm keeping it this way. Okay, so something I really want to use, and I have most of the products for these, it's the Ciele Tint and Perfect SPF 50. I have most of Ciele products. I do not have the powder, and I do not have the bronzing drops. I used to have the powder. I don't have it anymore. It didn't work for me, but maybe it was the way I was using it. It was a little too thick, but I would buy it again possibly because it has SPF in it, but I don't have that one. So I'm going to use the products that I have for Ciele and then do another NATASHA DENONA look. This is in the shade 04 Light Medium. It's a mineral SPF and it's non-comedogenic. It's got this little pipette and I just apply it directly on my face like this. So this is like all mineral. There is no fragrance at all. And it is acne safe, which I love because I am acne prone. I'm like one of those people that has acne prone skin, but dry skin. So it's like confusing. And then I use my fingers to blend this in, and I'm going to use my sponge to blend the rest. But that's usually what I do with this product. Okay, so I'll use my Paw sponge and just pat that in. These earrings are intense, but I thought they were cool. I haven't worn them for a while. I think I got them at Walmart, honestly. They're like Jessica Simpson. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I was like, I really like these for some reason. I got them a while back, and I never wore them. So, yeah. Okay, so let me put a little bit of my color corrector on from Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Bisque, my absolute favorite. I switch between this and the stick form, but when I have really dark circles, and by dark circles, I mean like in my inner part of my eye, like in this little divot here is where I get the most discoloration. It's pretty dark in there, so I just like to pat that in with my fingers. The warmth of my fingers really helps blend in that product. Okay. So this is something that's new to me from Ciele. It's the Sculpt and Protect SPF 30 Sculpting Stick. And I have the shade 01 Light. So that is what that looks like. Let me show you on my hand. So it looks a little golden, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna actually just put this on my hand to apply it that way. So I'll just put it on here first and then take a brush and apply it that way. So I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario brush. This is the F4 and just apply this. So it's actually very light and I'm not really getting a lot when I do it this way. So I might just go straight in with this stick. I was gonna get the shade medium, but it looked very, very orange. So I just went with this. I really love the idea that this is SPF because I have melasma right on my cheeks here. And it just makes sense, you know? It just gives extra protection. So usually I will wear sunscreen, but since I'm doing these videos, a lot of the times I just wash it off. Sometimes I will wear this, but a lot of times it's experimental makeup and just for fun. And if I'm gonna be going outside, I'll make sure I put sunscreen on. And sometimes I even wear it inside, just depends if like the windows are open. I may have to make a few edits because I am coughing, so if you notice that, that's why. But mostly these are unedited. I want to use, let's see, where is my brush? I love when I can't find brushes. Anyway, I'm going to use the other side of this Makeup by Mario brush and just blend in this contour. But I wanted to find my BK Beauty one. I can't find it though. It's here somewhere. This brush is good though. Okay, so that is what it's looking like. It's very, very natural. I like it. I'm going to use the Ciele Blush and Protect SPF 50. This is in the shade Kirsty. I like this shade. I just go right in. This is like a warm pink shade. I'm just going to use the same brush. Make it easy. But yeah, I just really love this brand. And I feel like they just keep evolving and coming out with new things, which I love. Love to see that. Just taking a sip of my LaCroix. Okay. So I showed you in one of my previous videos that I used the Ciele Glow and Protect, and this is in the shade Piper. And I just really love this product. I love that you can use these two together and they just go so nicely. I don't know, I just really love the formula. You could almost even just mix the blush and that together at the same time and apply it that way. I'm going to go over with one more coat of blush because I need to do concealer first, but I'm bringing that highlighter up here a little. And I'm going to use concealer first. So I think I'm going to use my Hourglass concealer in the shade Sepia. It's just a little bit right here, a little bit here, here, down here, a little bit right here, and around my nose, a little bit right here. Okay. I'm giving you like a play-by-play where I'm putting my concealer. I totally forgot to put the concealer under my eyes. I put it everywhere else but there. My brain may not be working properly today. That's okay. There we go. That's what I meant to do in the first place, but I love the Hourglass concealer. It's just so reliable. It's very full coverage and I love that. See, I didn't like it at first. I think I bought it like a while ago and I was like, what is the hype around this? It was so drying to me. But then if you prep your face properly, like, you know, if everything is nice and moisturized underneath, it just works so well. That's my personal opinion. I'm going to add a little bit more blush since I just put the concealer on and it kind of got in the way there. So let's just put a little bit more blush just to blend everything in. And I felt like this like warm blush went really well with the palette too because the tones in the Bloom palette are pretty warm. So I figured that would be a perfect combo. And honestly, what inspired me to use my Ciele is because of the non-fragrance and also how well these products perform. So voila, that is the base. I don't have the powder like I said, so I'm just going to use what I have. This is my Laura Mercier powder. It's the talc-free version, but it's like non-scented. So I'm just going to set my face a little bit with this, especially like right here, because this is where my pores get kind of visible. Okay, so I'm just going to set that a little. But the powder is by no means bad. Like I may get it again. I'm being very conscious right now about what I purchase, so I'm just going to use what I have. But I really wanted to showcase Ciele because I do think it's a really good brand. So I'm going to be a little bougie and use my Sicily bronzer. This is the Fido Touche. I mean, that's how it's pronounced. That's how it looks on here. It's probably not correct, but we're going to go with it. So let me just use this same brush from the Hourglass brush here. This gives a nice wash of warmth. I would say it's a pretty warm bronzer, but it is like subtle because it's like a gel to powder. So you can build it up. And it also has the tiniest bit of like luminosity to it. So it just leaves a very beautiful glow on the skin. And it's not scented either, which we all know is 10 out of 10 in my book. If a product performs really well and it's unscented, I'm like, thank you. Okay. This might be a little weird. It might not go with the look, but I'm going to use this MAC Glow Play Blush and Pinch of Marrakesh. It's like a darker blush, but I'm going to be using some of those rusty tones from the palette today, and I figured this might tie everything in together very nicely. I should have used this like before I powdered, but I think it's okay because these I feel like they play well with other products, whether it be on top of powder or underneath. So I don't think there's any issue. It smells like something's burning. That would be bad. And then I'm going to just keep on going with these complexion products. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Global Glow. I'm going to use the smaller side of my hourglass. Add a little bit more glow. Add some right there. Down here. A little bit up here. Let me zoom you in and we will get going with the eyes. So I'm going to use MAC Lay and Low Paint Pot. This has kind of a peachy tone to it, which is why I chose this one. Do I need to zoom in more? I feel like I might. Let me do that after this. But yeah, I love MAC paint pots. Like, you can't go wrong. Okay, let me zoom you in a little bit more. Okay, that should be good. This is like zoomed in as I can get for how far the camera is. So I'm going to start out with Keen and Petal, just like I did the other day. So these two right here, Keen and Petal. I'm just going to set down that paint pot with a big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe by Ariel. I don't know which, oh, the A14. Love this brush for doing like a wash of color and setting down the eye primer. Okay, so there's this shade Brick in here that looks very interesting to me. It's the one in the middle. And that's why I kind of went in with the Glow Play blush in Marrakesh. I'm going to take this off. It's kind of distracting. I feel like it was good for when I was putting on complexion, but now I'm like, okay, I'm ready to take it off. And I'm going to do Brick and then this Ember shade right there. So this is going to be more of like a, I don't know, like a earthier, like brick tones. So I'm going to put Brick in my inner corner. And not my inner corner, sorry. My crease. Yep, I'm just going to blend that in nice and well in my crease. I'm also going to take it in a little bit on the outer corner as well. I just want to make sure this is like really blended. This is a really pretty shade. Wow. Love that I chose to use this shade. Okay. Just going to take a little bit of that same color Brick and put it under my eyes. I'm going to put it pretty liberally underneath there. Okay, stick with me. It's going to get better. I just need to like blend it in a little. And then just blend a little bit more in here. Back to the big fluffy brush, I'm going to blend out those edges with Keen. And I want to take a little bit of Keen as well underneath my lash line here, just to blend that in a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use Ember, which looks like that. I'm going to put that on my outer lid. Oops. This is so pretty. It's like a rusty color. And it has flecks of like peach in it. It's really, really gorgeous. And then I want to use a little bit of the same shade that I used the other day, which was the Lush shade. It's like that golden shade. And just put that in the center. And bring it in the inner corner. And just kind of mix these two together and like blend them in. I think my favorite shimmer shade in this palette is definitely Lush. It's the perfect golden peach. I just think it's so pretty. I don't have anything like that in my collection. Also, thank you to those who have already entered the giveaway. It's still going until March 7th. So head on over to my Instagram if you want to enter to win this palette. I ordered one. It's still being shipped. It's like so delayed. So I ended up just going to the store and buying it. I think I already told this story in the other video, so I apologize if this is your second time hearing it. But I figured I'll just pick up one in the store. The other one was like a gift card, so I'm like, I don't mind doing a giveaway. I think they're fun. It's fun to give back. So it's just something I want to do. You know what I forgot to do? I want to set my eyebrows with my Benefit Clear Brow Setter. I like to do this like after I do my eyeshadow. I did do my eyes, or not my eyes, my eyebrows earlier with my NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen. Love that, in ash brown. This has become my favorite. Well, it has been for years, but I go off and on and use it. So I'm going to use my Lancome Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner, and this is in the shade Syrup Brown. And I'm going to just do a little bit of a liner. Let's do a little bit of a wing today. Why not? I'm feeling a little sassy, especially with these earrings. So why not just go all out with a wing? And I love this shade. It's the brown syrup, like I said, or syrup brown. It's my favorite brown liquid liner. I love doing liquid liner on camera. Yeah, right. I'd say doing liquid liner on camera and doing my eyebrows on camera are like the least favorite things. But I do it, you know? I do it so you can see how I apply it. That's the whole point of my unedited. All right, I think I'm gonna stop there with the liner. I'm gonna take my Swede Bright Satin Kohl eyeliner on my lower waterline. Love this product. It's my absolute fave. I know I have a lot of favorites, but let's see. I'm gonna use something different than my Chantecaille Earth liner. So let me find what I want to use here. Okay, I think I'm going to use my Costa Riche liner for my upper waterline from MAC. Just blink. This little itty bitty brush by BK Beauty in 206. It's a 206 brush. And I'm going to go in with Bark from the palette. It's like a brown shade right here. This one. And I'm going to use that over the liquid liner that I created. I love how precise this brush is. It's just so easy to use. I'm actually going to take the Costa Riche on my lower waterline. Because this does transfer if you put it on your top waterline, which is why I love my Chantecaille one so much, because it does not transfer to my bottom waterline, and it was already transferring, so I'm like, why not just use this? And I feel like it'll create kind of a more dramatic look anyway, so. Ooh, just poked myself in the eye. Definitely be careful waterlining. Okay, enough with that. I'm going to use MAC Chestnut MAC Stack. I had to get rid of my YSL Lash Clash because it was expired. I want to get it again though. I always repurchase it, but I'm using what I have for now until I do that. And this is a really great one. I'd say this one and the YSL are my two favorite brown mascaras. They give a lot of like volumizing, plus the shade of brown that they are is just perfection in my opinion. So I think for these unedited, I may not show you the whole process of me putting on mascara unless you want to see it. But I may edit some of it out just to kind of speed things up here or speed it up or something. I don't know. Let me know your opinion on that or if you don't really care. What's your favorite sparkling water? Mine has to be, I like this LaCroix Pure one. And then I also really like Spindrift. And I like the Whole Foods 365 Lime. I also like the Olipop Tropical Punch and the Poppy Orange. Even though those are like technically like sodas, but they're carbonated beverages. I'm just a huge carbonated beverage type of gal. Since I stopped drinking alcohol, that has been like my go-to. I also love tea sometimes at night, like so soothing. And of course, I love my iced espressos in the morning. I make them. I'm just trying to think what else I need here. I'm going to put a little bit more blush, so I'm going to use my Laura Mercier blush in Ginger. Now we got to figure out what to do for lips, because I did not think about that. Let's see. I got my little ASMR. What's gonna go with this? I would use my Danessa Myricks palette. I forget what it's called. Why am I forgetting what it's called? But it's scented, so I don't really want to use it. Okay, I think I know what I want to use here. I'm going to use the shade Oak. I like Oak because I can really overline with it and it just works. All right. Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. Okay, I found what I'm looking for here. I want to use my Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint and Unbutton. Yeah. So it gets like a nice peachy tone. Yeah, that's pretty. But I need a little bit more definition on my lips. So let me see what else I can use for a lip liner. I'm going to use my Jones Road in Tawny Nude to just add a bit more definition. Oak is a really beautiful color. It's just a little light on me. So I just need a little bit more depth. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.